Ride Up the Hill, a folktale from Korea. Long time ago in a little village, it was the custom that when someone grew old and couldn't do much anymore, they would carry them up to the top of the hill and leave them there. It was the boy's job that day because it was his grandmother and it was her time to go up the hill. So he put the jidge on his back. That's kind of like a backpack. You can carry things on it, in it. So he put it on his back and he went to his grandma's and he said, "It's time, you know." And she said, I know. I'll climb on." So she climbed on the jidge and he started walking, went through the village and into the forest. They walked a little ways. He heard snap. His grandmother had just snapped a little branch off the tree they went under. They kept walking. They started up the hill. Snap! She did it again. They walked a little further. Snap! And a little further. Snap! And a little further. Snap! On up the hill. Snap! 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 They got to the top of the hill and he set her down and she said thank you. She knew it was just what he was supposed to do. And he looked at his grandma and he said, "Oh, Grandma, I'll miss you." And she said, "I'll be okay." And he said, "Grandma, tell me though, why did you keep breaking those branches all the way?" And she said, "Well, you know, I didn't want you to get lost on your way back. So see, when you go back down, you just look for the broken branches and that will show your path back home." And he stopped and he looked at her and he thought, wow, I'm leaving her on the top of the hill and she is still thinking of others. She's thinking of me and not of herself. We need more people like that, not less. He said, "Grandma, let's go back home." And he picked her back up on the jidge and followed the broken branches all the way back home. And the people in the village said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm doing what I should. Listen to this story." And he told the story of his grandmother. And they said, "Oh my, we have made a big mistake. We can keep learning. We can keep learning from the old. We can keep learning." And so they changed, and no one is carried up the hill. In fact, people gather round the elderly to hear what they can learn. And that's the story.